Hey guys, today I thought I'd share all my watercolor palettes since the past couple of weeks I've been putting together some new ones I recently purchased. So I thought it would be fun to go through my entire collection. And I have them kind of piled up next to me, and the smaller ones are on top obviously, so I'm going to start with those. This is a little Altoids tin that I put together years ago. I spray painted this white, but it's gotten a little yellowed. This was a mini ice cube tray that I kind of cut apart, and inside are Holbein paints. These are all Holbein, and there are, I think, 18. It was a set it was the first professional set I bought years ago when I first got back into doing watercolors. So this is mainly for like taking to work or whatever, or travel. It's a little travel palette, and like if you just use a watercolor, sort of a water brush, then it's fine. Like you obviously can't use big brushes with this, but a water brush is just fine for this. So that's that, and that's Holbein. Here's another little travel palette using the same Holbein paints. Not as many fit here. I think this is just 12. It's a little palette I also put together. These are the colors in here. And this is nice and light for travel. So this is pretty great for that. And you can just pop it into your like journal or into your traveler's notebook or whatever. Here's another little palette. This is Core. So these are all kind of the travel palettes, you know, that I'm starting with, because they're all, you know, smaller and on top. And I really like this one. The colors here are great. It just kind of has the whole range, like with the, you know, split primaries plus the 2 secondaries and some neutrals. I think they made a really good selection. And these are the Core paints. And this is like a little silicone insert, which is kind of nice, and it has little wells here. So it's very comprehensive, even though it's only 12 colors. So I really like that one. Here's my other little travel palette. This has, I put this together myself as well. And again, the white spray paint has kind of yellowed, but it's fine. These are all the colors inside, and these are all Sennelier paints. And I just used a little card case and some empty like eyeshadow pans that I got from AliExpress. And I just poured my Sennelier paints in there, and it has 14 colors. So that's also really nice and comprehensive, and it's nice for travel because the colors are honey-based, so they activate immediately. You don't need to like pre-wet them or whatever. Also weighs nothing, really nice for travel. This is one of the palettes I recently just got and put together like a couple of videos ago. This is the A.Gallo paints, and these are the colors in here. It's not a whole lot of colors because it's expensive. So, I just dropped it right before doing this video, but you can just snap them back in. You just angle it a bit like that, and then you just push and it snaps right in. So, and because it was like the last one I was using on my couch, so I kind of left it on my couch. So it's, and I'm lazy, so I've just been kind of, like when I've been using watercolors, I've been using this paint recently. So you can see it's gotten some use, even though I only got it a couple of weeks ago. So I really actually, at first I thought I wasn't that crazy about it. I don't know why. Maybe because the color selection is kind of limited. I'm not sure. But the more I use it, the more I like it. And I keep reaching for it, so I guess there must be something to it. And I guess I like it more than I thought I did. So that's been a nice little palette. And every time I use it, it smells good. So maybe it's like some kind of subconscious thing. It does have that like, I don't know what they use, rosemary maybe? Actually, hold on a second. Let me go. I do have another small one. Here's another small one. This is an old Prima palette that I peeled the sticker off of. And now it houses my Sennelier pans. This is actually a Winsor & Newton pan that didn't fit in the Winsor & Newton palette. These are all Sennelier that came in this like 18 set. And then this is an extra one that I poured in there. These are the colors in this travel palette. So these are really nice, and it's a really nice travel palette. And I got the set of 18 half pans for like $35 or $30 on Amazon. So basically, I mean, that was a really good deal. I couldn't pass it up. Plus, then I got the actual Sennelier paint. They came in this bigger palette, and I already had Sennelier pans, so I was able to put them into the Sennelier palette and have an actual dedicated Sennelier palette. It's 14 full pans, because I have the, like, Sennelier comes in larger tubes, I think of 7 or 10 milliliters or something. So I was able to make larger pans with it. And these are the colors that I have for Sennelier. It's a really nice selection, and it has like pretty much everything I need. It has like a warm red, it has a medium red, a cool red, and then it has, you know, just really nice blues, a few neutrals, some greens. It doesn't have a purple, but that's super easy to mix. If I was going to add anything to that, it would be probably a purple. Okay, hold on, and then I have this. It used to have praying watercolors in it, but I took them out. And I do have the praying watercolors somewhere, and then I have some other ones that I'm not going to share just because I don't really use them anymore. It's something I would give my kids. So I'm only sharing the ones I actually personally use. So all of these colors, except a couple, are Prima. I had 2 Prima palettes. I had 2 of these. I had the Classics, I think, and then the Decadent Pies. So these are all Prima watercolors. These are the colors in it. And I do use this a good amount for my like art journal, like just stuff that I'm just, you know, just painting on the couch or whatever. This is actually a ShinHan pan, and then this, and this are 4 LUKAS pans that I bought separately, but I wasn't crazy about them, so I figured they were about the same quality as the Prima, unfortunately, so I just kind of plopped them in there. And then this was a free tube of, I forget, Mission Gold, I think, that I got sent with my Holbein paints. They like included a free sample tube of Mission Gold, so I just popped that in there because I had nowhere else to put it. So it's a bit of a mishmash of my more student grade paints. They all kind of go in here, and I just use it on the couch. So I actually do like those paints though. They work pretty well, and I have a lot of colors, so it's kind of makes it easy. I don't have to mix too much. Okay, I think getting into the slightly larger size pans. I have these Kremer pigments. Hold on a second. Kind of sliding down. I have these Kremer pigments. They are German, but they also have a store in Manhattan. And so if you order within USA, they send it to you from Manhattan. And one year, right before my birthday, they had a sale, like all the palettes were on sale, plus free shipping. So that's when I got this. It was like a birthday present, like that one year that I got it. And these are the colors in it. They actually sent this with it, so I didn't have to swatch them myself. And it has all the names on the back. And it's really nice, like this one. It's hard to see, but this one is super granulating, which you can't really tell from the swatches, but it does granulate really nicely. And I like how they included this pretty blue in here too. So again, I think this is a really nice selection. It has like a warmer red, a cooler red. It has everything you need. So these are the Kremer pigments, and I do like these paints. It's basically handmade, and they sell mostly pigments that you can make your own watercolors with, and then they do sell some pre-made pans as well. And I like that they already, it's not like 6 of these, it's 7. They filled the whole row and did 7 and 7, so I thought that was great. If I if I'm ever in New York, I'll stop by and maybe get some half pans to fill this middle row. We'll see. Next, I guess I can do this one. It's Schmincke. So I'm going through like these black ones. This is my Schmincke palette that I recently just kind of put together as well because I added a couple pans. So the ones that I recently added is this purple right here. So that turned out to be a nice purple, and this brown right here, which is a really nice brown. And I'm happy I got it because it does, I don't have, like, it is a very different brown from the ones I already had. And then these two colors, this is Opera Rose from ShinHan, and this is like Mars Black, like PBK 11, the granulating black from Churner watercolors that I got. So these two are not Schmincke, but I stuck them in here because there was space. And I thought it would be like a fun palette because I have a lot of fun colors here. So these two make a pretty nice addition, I think. I do have Potter's Pink right here. So that's nice. And I do have these like some beigey colors here. So it's a really nice palette. So that came out really nice. So I'm gonna maybe play around with that next because now the Schmincke palette is finally complete. This is Winsor & Newton, and I'll be honest, this one is like one of my favorites, just because I think I bought that next after the Holbein, and I was just so impressed by the quality of the paint and how gorgeous they are. So I do have a soft spot in my heart for that, and I've used it a lot. I know you can't really, it's hard to tell with watercolors. Even if you use them a lot, there's still, you know, a ton left. But I just love my Winsor & Newton palette. Definitely like up there as, so let me see. Like, so, oh, the white's not here anymore. I took it out. I put the black in instead. So that's actually the black because the white went in the Sennelier palette. So these are the colors. And, you know, I've kind of run out of space on this palette, so I can't buy any more Winsor & Newton. So some of them kind of suck, I'll be honest. This one, I don't know if you guys can see. It's like some kind of like a dried out little thing, and it won't activate no matter how much water you put on it and how much time you give it. All you get is this very like pale sort of, like barely any sort of color payout. I love this Rose D'Or color. It's so great for cheeks and lips. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, I use that one a lot. So I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna get stuck on this just because I can just go on and on about, you know, my love for it. Next, I have this palette, and this is Holbein. So this is one of the ones, or not one of the ones, this is the one I've had the longest out of all the professional paints. I bought this palette and I bought this set of 18, and I used it. Here are all the colors. I've used it a ton. You can't really, again, it's hard to tell, but as you can see, like these, when I first filled them up, I filled them almost all the way. So, yeah, the Holbein paint is great. I might, if I add any more, I would put them in half pans and stick them here. I tried it out and the half pans do fit in this palette, so it makes it easy. So I could add a few more colors if I wanted, like maybe their pastel colors. They have a nice pastel collection. So I really like those. Those got a lot of use. I'm starting to run out of space, jeez. This is the Daniel Smith palette. My previous video to this one was me putting together this, you know, huge monstrosity of a palette. This is all the colors. It's 49 colors. Has some iridescence right there. You can see, there you go. So these are the iridescent colors, and I put them on white and black. And then it has some nice, these are all Prima Tech. And then these are regular colors. These are all regular, and then these are the Prima Tech genuine sort of gemstones. So I love that. Just got these two recently with the new palette I had bought of Daniel Smith. So I love this set. And I just put it together a couple days ago, so I haven't gotten to use it just yet. I'm gonna have to put that over there somewhere. Okay, this one I also just put together and just bought recently. This is Roman Szmal. These are all the colors in here. Again, like a really gorgeous collection. I used it a tiny bit. I just made a couple paintings with it. And just really like all these colors, actually. Like a lot of them granulate, which makes them fun. And then there's some fun mixes. And just a really great selection again. I have that granulating black right here, and then this turquoise. I really like this color, Go Tight. So yeah, so this is, I really like this one. It's gonna be a nice for home use because it's so big. This is not watercolors. These are solid gouache, which I thought was more kind of like a watercolor palette basically because it is solid. And I'm not doing any like liquid watercolors in this video or anything. These are all just palettes, and this is a palette, so I thought I'd include it. So this is gouache, but obviously it's, if you use it diluted, it's pretty transparent. If you want it more solid, you gotta add some white, or you gotta use a couple layers or whatever. But these paints are, you know, pretty good. I do like them. They're very bright and saturated. And then this is just a space you can put a white gouache in here, and this is just the one. This is an M-gram gouache I stuck in there. So that's that one. And then a couple more. I have this one. I don't know where this, I do have a sheet that has all the colors in it, but I don't know where it went. This is a Tim Holtz ink palette, but I put my watercolors in here because I have like 36, so I needed like a good large palette for it. And these are all ShinHan. So I would say these are more student-ish quality, but they're really good paints as well. So here's the Opera Rose. I really like that, and that's a really nice beige. So these are all the different colors, and I've used them a lot too. So these are good. And then I have this one. These are my White Nights, which was a gift to my mother-in-law a few years ago, but then she, I guess, gave it back to us because she said she wasn't going to do that. So I was like, okay, I'll keep it. So these are my White Nights paints. These are all the colors in here, and I circled the ones that have the lower light fast rating. So these are nice because they're nice large pans, and you know, so there's like a lot of paint in there, so even if you use it a ton, you know, it goes a really long way. And these are the colors in it again. And if you hold on just 1 second, I have one less palette that I forgot to grab. It's a little gift card holder that I put together. And it's basically travel. So I only filled it up halfway so that I could, so it wouldn't be as heavy. And I recently put, so the paints had all fallen out and it was a big disaster, but I figured out back to where they go. I put them all back, and then I basically glued them down with glycerin. So now they're not falling out. Now they're staying put. Most of these are Daniel Smith, and then some of them are Schmincke, Like this is a Schmincke color, but most of it is Daniel Smith. Like this is just the ones that I used to have before I got more. And it's a nice little travel palette, and you can, it already comes, you know, it's already white here. So like that. You can put a rubber band on it or something. And it's also nice and light. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and that's all the palettes I have. If you have any questions about any of the specific brands or my thoughts or opinions on them, let me know. Personally, I really like all of them. And I guess I keep getting new ones to see if they're different. And there are a lot of differences between them, but they're all really great in their own unique way. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.